What if I told you that the biggest obstacles in your life are not other people, bad luck, or a lack of talent, but a few uncomfortable truths you've been avoiding for years? Truths that are difficult to accept because they force us to look in the mirror. But the moment you accept them, life starts making more sense. You stop fighting reality and start using it to your advantage. Most people spend years searching for a secret formula to success and happiness. But life isn't changed by secrets. It's changed by understanding a few simple truths and acting on them every single day. Today, I'm going to share 7 uncomfortable truths that can completely transform the way you live. These lessons may sting at first, but they could save you years of frustration. And trust me, the last one is the reason many people stay stuck for decades. Let's begin. Truth number 1. Comparison will destroy your happiness. One of the fastest ways to become miserable is to constantly compare yourself to other people. Every day, millions of people wake up, open social media, and instantly feel like they're behind in life. Someone your age is traveling the world. Someone else just bought a house. Another person seems happier, richer, smarter, and more successful than you. But here's the problem. You're comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. You don't see their failures. You don't see their sleepless nights. You don't see their insecurities. And because of that, you start believing your life is inadequate. But life was never meant to be a competition. Everyone starts at different places. Everyone has different opportunities, different struggles, and different timelines. Imagine planting 2 seeds. One becomes a flower in 3 months. Another becomes a giant tree in 10 years. Does that make the flower better? No. They're simply growing differently. Stop asking, why am I not where they are? Start asking, am I better than who I was 6 months ago? Because the only person you should compete with is your past self. Truth number 2. You will never satisfy everyone. This truth is hard to accept because humans naturally want approval. We want people to like us. We want everyone to agree with us. But here's reality. No matter how kind you are, someone will dislike you. No matter how hard you work, someone will criticize you. No matter how much you sacrifice, someone will still say, it's not enough. And if you spend your entire life trying to please everyone, you'll slowly lose yourself. Many people become exhausted because they're living for other people's expectations instead of their own values. They say yes when they want to say no. They hide their true opinions. They pretend to be someone they're not. Eventually, they don't even recognize themselves anymore. Here's something powerful to remember. You can be the sweetest person in the world, and some people will still prefer something else. And that's okay. Your purpose is not to make everyone happy. Your purpose is to live a life you're proud of. Truth number 3. Being likable is overrated. A lot of people confuse being liked with being respected. They're completely different. If your goal is to be liked by everyone, you'll become a people pleaser. You'll tolerate disrespect. You'll avoid difficult conversations. You'll sacrifice your own happiness. And slowly, you'll lose your identity. The strongest people are not obsessed with being liked. They're obsessed with being authentic. Because authenticity attracts genuine relationships. Pretending attracts temporary relationships. Think about it. How exhausting is it to wear a mask every single day? To constantly wonder, what if they don't like me? That kind of life is emotionally draining. Instead, ask yourself this question. Would I rather be respected for who I truly am, or liked for pretending to be someone else? The answer is obvious. At some point, you have to stop seeking approval and start choosing self-respect. Now before we continue, if you're finding value in this video, take 2 seconds to hit the like button. Because videos like these aren't just meant to motivate you for a few minutes. They're meant to change the way you think for the rest of your life. And if you're serious about becoming mentally stronger, happier, and more disciplined, subscribe to this channel right now. Because every week, I create videos designed to help you become 1% better every single day. And I want to challenge you. Pause for a second and comment below, I choose growth. Not for me, for yourself. Because the moment you type those 3 words, you're making a promise that you will stop avoiding uncomfortable truths and start using them to become stronger. Now, let's continue. Truth number 4. Most of your limits are self-created. Think about how many times you've told yourself things like, I'm not smart enough. I'm too old. I'm too shy. I'm not talented enough. Now, here's a question. Who told you that? Maybe someone said it years ago. Maybe you failed once and created a story around it. But most of the limits you believe in are not facts. They're beliefs. And beliefs can change. Your brain is constantly listening to what you tell yourself. If you repeatedly say, I can't do this, your brain will stop trying. But if you say, I can learn this, your brain starts searching for solutions. Nobody is born confident. Nobody is born disciplined. Nobody is born successful. These are skills that are built over time. Every expert was once a beginner. Every confident person was once insecure. Every successful person was once inexperienced. Growth only happens when you're willing to be uncomfortable. The life you want usually exists on the other side of fear. Truth number 5. Other people's opinions don't pay your bills. One of the biggest traps in life is allowing strangers to control your decisions. People are always going to have opinions. If you start a business, they'll judge you. If you don't start one, they'll judge you. If you lose weight, they'll talk. If you gain weight, they'll talk. If you're quiet, they'll criticize you. If you're confident, they'll criticize you. People will always have something to say. So why give them control over your life? Here's something most people realize too late. Nobody is thinking about you as much as you think they are. People are too busy worrying about themselves. The fear of judgment is often an illusion created by our own minds. And one day you'll understand something important. The pain of regret is far greater than the pain of criticism. Imagine being 80 years old and realizing you never chased your dreams because you were afraid of what people might think. That's heartbreaking. Don't sacrifice your future for temporary opinions. Truth number 6. Your spending habits shape your future. Many people believe wealth is created by earning more money. Sometimes that's true. But often, wealth is created by managing what you already have. Small habits create enormous outcomes over time. Buying things to impress people, impulse shopping, living beyond your means. These decisions slowly steal your future. Here's something society rarely teaches. Money is a tool, and every tool can either build your future or destroy it. Every time you spend money, ask yourself one question: is this helping my future self or hurting my future self? Imagine investing a small amount every month instead of spending it on things you don't even need. 5 years from now, your life could look completely different. Financial freedom isn't built overnight. It's built through small, consistent decisions nobody sees. Truth number 7. Comfort is the enemy of growth. This may be the most important truth you'll ever hear. Your comfort zone feels safe. That's why it's dangerous, because while you're comfortable, time keeps moving. Years pass, opportunities disappear, dreams slowly fade away. Nothing extraordinary happens inside your comfort zone. Think about every meaningful thing you've ever accomplished. It was uncomfortable. Learning a skill was uncomfortable. Starting a new job was uncomfortable. Going to the gym was uncomfortable. Having difficult conversations was uncomfortable. Discomfort is not a sign that something is wrong. Discomfort is often a sign that you're growing. Imagine two versions of yourself. One chooses comfort every day for the next year. The other chooses growth every day for the next year. Who will be happier? Who will be stronger? Who will have more confidence? The answer is obvious. Every day, life gives you two options: comfort now or growth later. And the people who build extraordinary lives are simply people who repeatedly choose growth. The truth is, life never becomes easier. You become stronger. And that's the entire goal. Because these 7 truths are not meant to discourage you. They're meant to wake you up. Stop comparing yourself. Stop trying to satisfy everyone. Stop chasing approval. Stop creating limits for yourself. Stop fearing opinions. Control your spending habits. And choose discomfort over comfort every single day, because your future is not determined by luck. It's determined by the small choices you repeat every day. And before you leave this video, I want you to do something important. Comment below, "I choose growth." Because that sentence is a declaration. It's the moment you stop being a spectator in your own life and become the person who takes responsibility for changing it. And if this video resonated with you, subscribe and turn on notifications. Because the next video you watch could be the idea that completely changes your life. Remember this: a better life is not built through giant leaps. It's built through tiny decisions repeated every single day. 1 year from now, you'll either have excuses or results. You cannot have both. The choice begins today.